Welcome to the forest, and I got a build tutorial for you. I'm going to show you how to build a little canopy. Now they don't have a blueprint like this, so you're going to have to make it yourself. Now in my tutorial, I'm going to try to give you step by step on how to build this. So once you get the main part up, the main umbrella up, you can go ahead and add chairs or whatever else you like. But this is going to be my tutorial. And here we go. So your first step you want to do is you want to open up your booklet and get your rock wall. Try to do it on a flat surface. The flatter the better. So you can press R2 and you're going to slightly move just a little bit to where it just stays as two rocks. Once you do that, you go ahead and build it. You do another one on top of that. And then you build it. You want to go 4 high. Trying to get it to snap. And you build it. And that was 3. And there's 4. Now with the next step, you're going to want to make a circle with the rock wall. So I find if you go from the side, you can get a good distance. Now you want to try to stay the same distance all the way around, but you don't want to go too far. About here is good. So you can go ahead and press R2. You want to go about maybe 2 or 3 rocks. R2. Go around. R2. If you think you're going too far or too close, position yourself so you can take a look. R2. R2. Alright, once you've got ahead and did the base of it and it's all finished, take a good look at it, check your spacing, make sure everything's good. Now you should be able to go all the way around by just pressing R2. You're allowed to hit R2 13 times before you would get the red blueprint. If you do that, you're going to have to go ahead and back up by pressing L2 and hit X. Open up your booklet again, bring out the rock wall, and start again. But if you're doing that, then you probably went too far. So you want to try your best to get it all within the one set of rocks. So like I said, once you're ready, go ahead and build it. Alright, once you're completed building that, you're going to have to go 1 wall higher. So on the outer side, you're going to do 2 walls high. You see that? If you bring up your rock wall and just put the blueprint on top, it would fill exactly what you did on the bottom. It would be a lot easier than have to go all the way around again. And that's fine. So once that's done, just go ahead and build it. Alright, now once you finish this part, you're going to be coming across probably the most difficult and tedious part of this build. You're going to open up your rock wall, or your booklet. Select rock wall. You're going to see that it's going to autofill. Once it autofills, press square. Now you're going to be able to just put a single blueprint down. Line it up with what you want to go to and press R2. Once you do that, walk forward and then start looking up. What you want to do is you want to get this wall right on the tip of that post. Once you think it's all the way on the tip, just go to the right. You'll see it fall down. Okay. Once you know where it falls down at, go to the left. See where it falls down, and you want to shoot for the center. Just like that. Don't worry about that space. Once you have all of the blueprints up, it will fill the space. And if it doesn't, it kind of gives it a decent look. Rock wall. Now for this next one you want to put on, you want to go slightly next to it. Not this far in, not too far out. but just barely next to it. R2, and bring it up. And do the same thing. Go a little left, a little right. You want to get it right on the tip. And press X. Right? Sometimes when you're doing that, and there you go, it'll disappear. And that will happen. You just got to be persistent. Just keep trying. If it doesn't work where you had it before, move it over a little. Try it again. This is just trial and error. Just want to keep messing with it until you get it. And press X. Alright, and that one's stuck. Now, for whatever reason, if you try to do it, press R2, you come up, and you press X, and you get a tail or something like that. You don't want that. You don't want to, okay, I'm just going to complete that and then delete it. You want it to stay up there. So press L2 if that happens, and try again. A little left, a little right, and next. See how it stuck that time? And once again, it went away. So just be persistent and take your time. This will take a lot of your time just to get this just right. This is not an easy build. Alright, now I moved over because I had one already ready to go. That's the one that I was showing you all on. So if you look in the bottom left corner, I have 476 logs, 476 rocks that I have to do this on. Yes, that is a lot of rocks. Not to mention everything that we already put up. But just take your time. Rocks respawn a lot. And if you know how to dupe them, more power to you. If you're working in creative, even better. So all you do, once you get to this part, you build it. And just keep at it. If you can't do it on one shot, just leave the build and come back to it later until you fill it up. Alright, now once you're done and putting all the rocks in, now you can see any parts that you messed up. Now you see I have a little bit of spacing in between these two? It's because I didn't get them as close as I should. But that's okay. It's still going to look good in the end. Okay. Every time you had to build each line, it should be around 13 or so. Okay, now this looks pretty good the way it is. It's up to you if you want to keep it like that, or you can go ahead and continue to the next part. So on this part, what you're going to want to do is grab a spear. And make sure you save, because we are going to be destroying some of this. This is going to be like cracking an egg. You want to crouch and take out this bottom layer all the way around. Try not to go too deep because you do have a pole on the inside that you want to make sure that stays in there. Just slowly start chipping away. So you see how that bottom one took that down? And the top one went with it? But if you notice, the ones that we put on top are still there. So your last point that you do is what's going to be holding it up. And the last point was on that center stone. And keep going all the way around. Go nice and easy. You don't want to hit that center pole. You want to get all the rocks around it. Just be careful. Alright, once you're done taking away the walls all the way around, you should end up with something like this. It's not too shabby. And hopefully you were able to get the rock pillars as close as you can. This way it'll give more of a mesh. But the closer you get them together, the more points you're going to need, which means the more rocks. But it's entirely up to you. And once you're done with this, you can put whatever you want. A bench, a chair, whatever. See what I put was a chair. Put 2 chairs. Flip it around. Right there. Put another one about there. Put a fire on the bottom. And to keep the whole stone theme, got the rock wall. Get it fairly close. Come down here. Stop. R2. Come across. Stop. R2. And then come down. And X. Once you do that with both your chairs, go ahead and build it, and you got yourself a nice little canopy, just like the one I have over here. So light the fire. And just hang out. Well, I hope you liked my tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.